Alright, people, I'm done messing around. This this is what Kohls looks like. This is what the Kohls Sonic section looks like. Yeah, this is the biggest Sonic haul I've ever seen in my life, and we're looking at this guy. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my Crippling bank account, the show where I spend copious amounts of money, and you point and laugh. And well, let me just say, I certainly made up for not buying the Rouge the Bat figure for $10 at Target that one time. This wasn't even the point of the trip. The point was to go get useful things, like body wash and lemonade. And then I found this guy. So, I don't know, I don't care, we're just gonna look at it. Alright, so this is the Eggmobile battle set. It was shown off in the Sonic Central for 2022. On the front cover, you can see the classic Sonic render, as well as the classic Sonic logo. It also tells us that it's classic. You have the name of the set in all the sorts of different languages. You have the Jakks logo down there, but you can barely see it. And then, of course, you have a very nice looking picture of the thing itself with Eggy, Snock, Hammer. You also have each of the different configurations right on the side. Defeat Dr. Eggman. Apparently it comes apart just like the Death Egg Robot set, which I also don't have. And on the side, more stuff. On the back, there's just some more stuff. We also get a good look at the Sonic that we get in the set, as well as Eggy, as well as some more details about the different configurations. Some figures that you can buy. I bought that. No, oh shoot, you can't even see it. Down there. I bought that today. And then on the side, we got the boy. Classic boy. Stupid pig. Overall, it's very appealing just looking at it. I mean, it certainly caught my attention when I was at Kohls. So we're gonna open this thing up and we're gonna have a little bit of fun with it. Here's the box. Here's where everything is. Here's how it's all assembled. You can see a propeller. You can see the thing. You can see angry Sonic, and you can see. Best of all is this god tier art of a posing Sonic, kicking posing Eggman. Alright, let's take a look at the figures you get in this set. And I just gotta say, I always love the 2.5-inch figures. I think they're fantastic. I think that for spending like $5 on a Sonic figure, they're just amazing. So, here you have the Sonic in this set. It's basically the same classic Sonic as always, except now, he angry. You see, yep, certainly is angry. I do like the way that they did his eyebrows and like the way that they look, how they move. It's really nice. This is a nice Sonic figure. But we also get Eggman himself. And he can turn his head. He can turn it 360, but I don't want to do that. The mustache is rubber. He can move his arms out and spin them around. And his legs. This is the big bit that Jazzwares messed up on their Eggman. These legs are on ball joints, so they can swivel out and they can go up. And as you can see, they're cut in there so that he can actually properly sit. Now, why would you want your Eggman to sit? Well, outside of the fact that that just may be something you want to do, that's also because we finally get a proper Eggmobile. Yes. Oh my god, this is so phenomenal that we finally get a proper Eggmobile. You have no idea how long I personally have been waiting for this, but like everyone has been waiting for this. Because like the Boom one was the Eggmobile that we had for the longest time, and it was serviceable, but it like only came with like the Ripcord Racer Eggman, which was like only out for a year, so if you missed that toy, you basically were out of luck for years. Oh, this is just so great. Oh man, look at the sick lion on the side. The hole in the opening is a little bit weird, but it is understandable when you remember what its gimmick is. It has a number on the back, that's not great. It has this sort of booster thing. It has the brown seat, and inside, Eggman's dildo. No, just kidding. That is the spring load feature. There's a wheel, And it does turn. Now, the spring load feature works like this. You get your Eggy. You put him in there. Oh, gotta move his arms. Alright. And then Sonic comes along and he goes, "Hey Eggman, you're a bitch!" Oh my god. "Hey Eggman, your mom's a hoe!" Fucking. It's a bit difficult. Death. Perish. Yeah, that's what that does. So, yeah. It is a lot harder than I thought it would be because you need to get like a good angle to get the launching to work, but it's fine. It's probably easier and better than the Death Egg Robot one, which I've consistently seen people struggle to use that play feature for as great as that figure supposedly is. But yeah, it's just so nice that we finally get a proper Dr. Eggman in his Eggmobile. Oh, this is so great. Doesn't sit very well, but of course you don't need to have it sit because you have a stand and a whole bunch of other stuff. Alright, so here's a bunch of pieces of plastic shit. We got a hammer, we got a drills, we got a stand shit, we got flames, we've got this thing. These are all different configurations. I'm gonna have to figure it out. I'm sad. Also, the chain was advertised to me as being silver, I thought. No, it's not. So this is it on its stand. It's okay. I think the stand is very good because it's very sturdy, as you can see. It's not gonna fall down anytime soon. But it is a little wobbly, the stand is. As you can see, it's like shaking a little bit. You can't tilt up and down. You can tilt it side to side, which that's strange. You can tilt it more, I just don't want to. But yeah, this is it on its stand, and it's not gonna fall. It's pretty securely on there. It was a bit scary getting it on there because I'll be honest, they said to tighten it until click, and that felt like I was forcing it on, and I was very afraid I was gonna break the plastic, but it's fine. It worked out. Ignore the Sonic movie figures in the back that I said I would review. But yeah. So that's the normal one. But let's get to the configurations. The Checker Wrecker. This is a reference to the first boss of Sonic 1. As you can see, the wrecking ball plugs into the bottom. Like I said, I don't like that it's not silver, but I do understand that this probably was a budgeted issue. I think they did the ball really well. They really made sure that the checkerboards, wrap around the ball, and it looks nice, it looks neat. Obviously, the ball can swing side to side on its chain. And that's basically all this form has going for it. It's probably the least elaborate. It's also the only Sonic 1 reference in this entire set. So, we're going to say sayonara to this form and say hello to the Egg Helicopter. This is not necessarily a reference to any single one boss. It's mostly just a reference to Sonic 2 as a whole, because Eggman would always, fly away at the end of every single encounter. This bit does spin particularly well. Hold on. There's friction. Alright, there we go. It can spin faster than that. There we go. Yeah, it spins well. But my biggest complaint is the fact that this is the least elaborate form, and I also really don't like how that bit is poking out there. Also, because this is the first bit with a back piece, I get to talk about how the back piece is not spring-loaded, so when I use Sonic to take Eggman out, this back piece is not going to explode off, so it's going to look less impressive. But let's say goodbye to the Eggcopter, and let's check out the Egg Tunneler. Yes, this is quite the interesting form. It's referred to as the Egg dig with a GER at the end in the guidebook, but I don't know how I feel about saying that word because I don't know how it'll show up on the microphone, and ayo, that it could sound kind of wrong. This right here is one of my personal favorite forms that we're going to be seeing today. I love this form. This is a reference to the Mystic Cave Zone boss fight from Sonic 2. Each of these drills do spin, but they don't spin particularly well, and there is no, like, rev button. As you can see, I, like, really have to try to get them to spin. They can spin, but they're not really, you know, designed to spin at high speeds. But overall, I love the look of this. I love the extra pieces that have been added. Obviously, this is not a different back piece. This is just, I took out the helicopter bit and added this piece right on, which I think should be lights, so that probably should be painted. But otherwise, I think the painting on this particular form is pretty good. Mind the dog. And alas, we've come to the end. We have one more to look at. So, let's say goodbye to the egg form that I can't say the name of, and... hold on. There we go. Let's say hello to... the Egg Hammer. And this is probably my favorite form, just because of how ridiculous it is. Yes, the hammer can pose, it can go up, it can go down. It's easy. There's 2 points of posability. There's the black bit right here that we saw on the egg copter, and there's also this new gray bit that also can move. It's pretty neat. This is a reference to the Aquatic Ruin Zone boss, also known as a stage that I always forget the name of and forget that it's in the game, but I always remember this fight. I'm just so happy that this exists. And yeah, this is probably my favorite configuration. Sonic, you know what to do. Come on. Tear down. Let's do it. Oh. Come on, Sonic. You can do it. Yeah. And of course, you can create your own diabolical Eggman creation just from the depths of hell. You know, a true Avengers level threat, but nothing that our good friend Sonic cannot take down. Oh, shit. Well, he did it. So, do I think you should get this thing? I think it's... I like that I have it. I think that it is really cool that it's this really rad thing that Jakks has made. They're doing phenomenal with all their, you know, sets and stuff. But I will say that its price tag may put you off. This is $40 as opposed to 30 where you can get like a playset. And remember, the Death Egg Robot playset from last year was $30. This is $40. And while you get a lot with this, I don't know if I can really recommend it for that price. The feature I showed, it does work consistently when you know, can get it to work. It's just a matter of, yeah, using the windshield as a button is really awkward. As you saw over the course of the entire video, it does not work the way that it says in the box, where you can just fling Sonic and just... Oh! Well, never mind. But the other main problem is that, for being $40, quality control may vary. If you notice, right there, that is some horrible paint smudging on my Classic Sonic shoe, and that's fine. I own 2 other Classic Sonic Tomy figures, not Tomy, oh god, not Tomy. I own 2 other Classic Sonic Jakks figures now, but this is the only one that's in this pose, and it's also really, you know, it's really not cool that they put a Sonic variant in here just for other people, just to like try and incentivize you to get it. It's alright. I think this is a very cool set. I think it's one of Jacks's... I think this is one of the Jakks home runs, but it isn't, like, all perfect. Just go in knowing that it may be a little bit scuffed. You're really mainly getting it not for all the cool configuration stuff, though that is very cool. You're getting it because you can finally have a classic Eggman in his Eggmobile, and you can also probably pair this with the modern Eggman, just having a game-accurate Eggmobile. That's just that's the hypest thing. And of course, if you're watching this in the terrible, sad future where Jakks Pacific no longer has the Sonic license, and you're like looking at this thing on eBay, and you're wondering whether or not you should spring for like the $120 that this thing now goes for, or even more, I'd say probably go for it. It's not perfect, but it is pretty great, and I do love it quite a lot. Thank you all for watching. Have a fantastic night, and take care. Also, so sorry that I didn't review the movie figures, though, considering I just got a whole bunch of 4-inch figures, maybe I could do them all as one video? We'll see how it works out. Peace!